Hello everyone and welcome back to Space. Guys, I'm excited. The thing about YouTube that is amazing is that we have the freedom to change the show. I've been getting a lot of comments about how people miss the news flash, and you know what? I kind of do too. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's have a little chat. We're gonna do one video a month, and we're gonna talk about everything that happened the month prior. So we'll talk about everything from the full moon to commercial space and new badass stuff that's going on in our community. And not only that, but we're also gonna introduce the giveaways. We have one for this week. Are you so excited? But you have to leave a comment, like, and subscribe to be entered into the thing. You remember, we're all good friends here. Anyways, I'm super excited, so let's get started with Back to Space's July Rewind. All right, let's start out with some patriotic news. Obviously, July 4th was celebrated in space with NASA astronauts Chris Cassidy, Bob Behnken, and Doug Hurley by making a video, and here's a small clip of that.
Thank you from all of us on the International Space Station.
There was a buck moon! Yeah, you didn't know that was a thing, but it is. Eclipse on the 4th of July, and it was obviously trying to compete with the fireworks. And the fireworks were like, come on, moon. You get the sky every single night, besides this day and New Year's Eve. Can you please share it? It was like, nah, but honestly, no one actually saw it. Sad face. The next prenumbral eclipse will be in the fall on November 29th to 30th, so mark your calendars. In early July, China launched 3 satellites on 2 rockets in 3 days. I don't know why, but I feel like that's the start of the 3 satellites walk into a bar joke. Am I right, people? The first satellite went into space on July 3rd from the Taiyuan Satellite Launch Center in northern China's Shaanxi province. 2 satellites from the China Academy of Space Technology flew into orbit on the Long March 4B on July 3rd. The second launch happened 2 days later on the 5th in the Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in northern China. But of course, and this is important, they kept social distancing for the launch. On July 9th, NASA unveiled new policies to protect the moon and Mars and Earth from contamination as human spaceflight advances. The agency released 2 NASA interim directives, aka NIDs, that detailed new requirements for human and robotic missions traveling to and from the moon and Mars. These were enacted to protect planetary bodies from any possible biological contamination that could originate on Earth and ultimately interfere with scientific research. It is important, the NASA chief explained, that future missions leave behind a pristine environment so that we have the ability to know what we discover in the future was not something that was left there by us. Could you imagine them saying, I didn't know we had Coca-Cola on Mars, but it was just an astronaut that just wanted a little soda. We have to make sure that we are inventorying every kind of biological substance and even non-biological substance, organics, for example, that could leave something behind on the moon that could be problematic for the future research. That's important. It's important, people. We need to make sure, my mom always said, leave the kitchen cleaner than when you first came in it. The same theory. NASA Parker solar probe swung through Venus's tail in a flyby today. Just made a little pit stop, and an artist gave us this awesome photo of what they think it would have looked like. That's pretty cool. On July 11th, SpaceX postponed their launch of the Starlink satellite fleet again for their need for more checks on the mission Falcon 9 rocket. I am also postponing a lot of my life due to more checks needed. Get it? Because I'm broke right now. People were hounding Kathy Luters, NASA's new human spaceflight chief, about, hey, yo, Kathy, can we really go to the moon in 2024? I'm concerned. And she said, and I quote, a little sassy, may I add, I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I knew the answer. That'd make my job a lot easier. But we're gonna try. She also said it's very important to have an aggressive goal. We had an aggressive goal in commercial space, and I think that that aggressive goal ensured that we were able to accomplish the things as quickly as we could. But then she went on to say that she also knows that it's important to stay focused, but yield for technological challenges. So mark your calendars to see if Kathy is giving us the real. Jupiter was at its biggest and brightest in the sky on July 14th, my favorite number, for all of 2020. This is called opposition day, the point in its orbit where it's almost directly opposite the sun in our sky and near its closest approach to Earth. Ain't it pretty? It's like a painting. Cosmic Neowise beamed into the view of our skies and all over my Instagram. Here's some quick facts for you here. Neowise is officially known as C/2020F3. This is cute. These comments are often nicknamed Cosmic Snowballs. Let me frolic in space and throw comets at each other. But these are objects that orbit the sun and they slip closer to the sun. Most comets heat up and start streaming two tails, one made of dust and one made of gas, an ion tail, made of electrically charged gas molecules or ions. Comet Neowise is about 3 miles, 5 kilometers in diameter, which is a reasonably large but roughly average size comet. Oh, and it's traveling about 40 miles per second. So, that's fun. On July 15th, the US launched 4 secret spy satellites into orbit. And honestly, no one has any idea what the they're doing up there. Northrop Grumman Minotaur 4 rocket launched from the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport carrying the NROL-129 mission orbit for the U.S. National Reconnaissance Office, aka NRO, and Space Force. Quote, NROL-129 supports NRO's overall national security mission to provide intelligence data to United States senior policymakers, the intelligence community, and the Department of Defense. So basically, that means absolutely nothing, but yet everything. NASA delayed the launch of the Flagship James Webb Space Telescope to October 31st, 2020. Again! It's fine. The telescope is only like $9.8 billion. And they were like, you know what, guys? Listen, we can't do this because of complications imposed by the pandemic. And I'm like, dang, I almost thought that the James Webb, the JW would help us out of this coronavirus, but we're gonna have to wait till Halloween. And I feel like that's the start of a movie. On July 19th, the United Arab Emirates launched Hope mission to Mars on a Japanese rocket. It blasted off from Japan's Tanegashima. Can someone leave a comment about how I'm supposed to pronounce that? Because I'm terrible at it. Space Center. The launch was originally scheduled for the 14th, but was delayed multiple times due to weather. This was a $200 million mission, and it's the UAE's first foray into interplanetary exploration, and its arrival was designed to mark the nation's 50th anniversary. By the way, a lot has to go right for this thing to be a success. So go ahead, look at this image, give them a little golf clap, and let's hope. Spacex Falcon 9 rocket launched South Korea's first military satellite on Monday, July 20th, and aced a rocket landing. Congrats, guys. You just need to be rewarded again, SpaceX, didn't you? It was the 12th launch of the year, so it launched off of its favorite spot in Space Launch Center Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station after being delayed for 30 whole minutes. The California-based rocket builder launched South Korea's first military communication satellites, called Anasis-2, built by the Airbus Space and Defense. The spacecraft is based in the Eurostar E3000 satellite design and, quote, will provide secure communications over a wide coverage. Anasis-2 will play a critical role in maintaining peace in the Korean peninsula, and I'm hopeful that the Republic of Korea will be able to advance not only its IT capabilities, but also its effort in space, R&D, through this technological marvel. Wow. Okay. This launch coincides with the agency's 50th anniversary. There's a lot of 50th anniversaries going on, but South Korea officials were unable to attend the actual launch because of the coronavirus. Space Force unveiled its official logo on July 22nd, and it is cool. I thought I already had mentioned this a while ago, but maybe I'm having deja vu. Oh, wait! No, I'm right! Can I say that again? I am right! Danielle Russo is right! They released this image on January 24th of 2020, but now this is the official logo. And its motto, Semper Supra, which means always above. This represents the role in establishing, maintaining, and preserving U.S. freedom of operations in the space domain. I kind of love it. It's totally badass and very much looks like a movie. But it is 2020 and I feel like we're in a movie right now. This is totally random, but I'm loving it. Kevin Hart, yep, you heard that right. Kevin Hart has partnered with the UAE for a Mars Shot contest to make your wildest dreams come true. Mars Shot is a global digital campaign that invited people from all the way around the world to share one inspiring dream for a chance to make it happen. The contest website reads, "Unleash your imagination and reach for the stars. Let's make the impossible possible." So basically the applicants submitted a video of themselves explaining what their Mars or big idea is, and then they narrowed it down to like 15 people, and then now everyone voted. On August 4th, 3 people will be announced. Oh, and what do they win? They win their Mars Shot dream. Dang! I wish I would have applied. I got a lot of dreams. NASA announced astronauts launch on Spacex Crew 2 Dragon in 2021, and they will be... Drumroll, please. Here's a photo of me actually playing the drums, but this isn't about me, or is it? Yes, you know what? I am a little salty that I am not included on this flight, but it's okay. Here's the real people, the real astronauts, the real heroes. Shane Kimbrough and Megan McCarthus, who will serve as spacecraft commander and pilot, JAXA astronaut Akihiko Hoshide, and ESA astronaut Thomas Pesquet. Congrats! I'm super excited. The first one was amazing. I can't wait for the second one. Guys, let's take it down a notch. This is serious. Donations are needed to save Space Camp. After the pandemic has literally ruined everything, this is very sad because they have been around since 1982. The Huntsville, Alabama Center has begun an emergency fundraising effort to avoid having to cease operations before the end of the year. This, quote, Save Space Camp, end quote, campaign must raise a minimum of $1.5 million to keep the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Museum open past October and reopen Space Camp in April 2021. This is what they said, and honestly, if you want to donate, which I highly recommend, you can go to GoFundMe.com and look up Save Space Cramp. No, don't save the space cramps. Save the space camps. Very different people. Virgin Galactic debuted their passenger cabin design for Spaceship 2. Okay, they did this live, and what they were showing was what their passengers paying $250,000 will see when they step on board and when they go into space. It is super cool, and I would like to go. Big news! The Perseverance Mars Rover launched on top of an Atlas V rocket! Yay! One step closer to Mars. But what's cool about this rover is that it won't just explore the red planet. It will hunt for signs of habitable environments on Mars while searching for signs of past microbial life. Wow. The robotic traveler will also get some samples that can be returned to Earth for future missions. It's scheduled to land on February 18th, 2021, with an initial mission duration of at least 1 Martian year, or 687 Earth days. Basically, it's 85% based on the Curiosity rover, which is like the cutest little thing. The NASA administrator, Jim Bridenstine, said these are very, very exciting times. It is very an important mission for the United States of America, and of course, a very, very important mission for the world. And also, the launch was made a little bit more special because there was a dash of an earthquake at JPL the morning of the launch. But they were like, you know what, guys, we're still gonna launch. And they did launch, and it was awesome until it entered a protective safe mode shortly after liftoff. They were saying that part of the spacecraft got unexpectedly cold when it passed through Earth's shadow. But then the temp went back to normal, and now it is on the way to the little planet. Not sure how little it is. It's not very little at all. Called Mars. Super excited. So guys, before we leave, this was given to us by Tim Gagnon. He is amazing. This can go on a back of a coat, shirt. You can hang it up. All the astronauts who have lost their lives in active duty. It's a very, very amazing patch. Tim was nice enough to donate it. So if you would like this, leave a comment, subscribe, like, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. I will see you guys next month. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Do you like this new format? I promise next time I'm gonna have a background because I'm going back to Los Angeles. But anyways, tell me if you like this. We're listening to you guys, going off what you have to say, so let us know. Thanks.